Hi, I'm Dr. Dranitsaris, and welcome to Fearless Fridays Power Up Tips. Today, talking to you about how our brain gets stuck in the past while we live in the present, hoping that our future, in some magical way, will become what we want it to be without us having to really work on letting go of where we're stuck. The past is a really powerful force and it shapes our present and future. And many people become stuck in patterns of behavior and beliefs that are no longer serving them. And these patterns are so automatic that we don't even have to think of them for them to show up in our brain because we're in our comfort zone and we love our comfort zone, even though we hate how we feel in our comfort zone. We live with that duality all the time. The fear of the unknown and the uncertainty of the future can overwhelm us, and it leads us to cling to what we know, even if it causes us pain and suffering. Living a disempowered life is the result of limiting beliefs that have been shaped by past experiences and our conditioning, which prevent us from pursuing our dreams and our passions. Our brains are wired to seek safety and security. That's the self-protective system of the brain that we always talk about. It leads us to avoid taking risks and change, even if that change is for the better. And this keeps us stuck in the past. The amygdala, that walnut shaped small part of the brain, that small little organ in the brain, has so much power over us because it's responsible for our fight flight response, and it can become overactive, causing us to feel anxious and stressed when faced with new experiences. Even the thought of having a new experience is enough to trigger our amygdala. Additionally, the brain has a negative bias, which makes it challenging to let go of the ideas that come up around negative experiences that we have and quote unquote negative emotions and memories. Without self-awareness, we become brain blind and we're at the mercy of whatever the brain throws at us. Sometimes we get stuck in patterns of behavior and beliefs that no longer serve us, and we hold on to the past just because it's familiar and comfortable. But it causes so much pain and suffering. And the problem is that it feels so real. And then we take this pain and suffering to a friend or a family member, and they validate it, and it becomes then embedded in the present. And we focus on it, and we build this persona of being a victim of past experiences that we can do nothing about. Hear the powerlessness in that, that we actually start believing that we're powerless to do anything about it. But wait, think about this. If the brain is driving us and we're blind to what we are actually responsible for, and that is we're responsible for directing our thoughts and feelings the way we want them to go. We don't have to be at the mercy of automatic negative thoughts and feelings. We can make a choice. We can empower ourselves to choose to shift what we focus on. Do we set it to the past, or do we set it to the future or the present? Very, very powerful choice. It's time to break free from these patterns and live life on purpose, live life utilizing your energy to develop your talents and abilities and your gifts. Living a disempowered life is not an option. It can feel like it's the only option, but feelings aren't facts. It's time to challenge limiting beliefs and take risks that can really bring you happiness. To do this, you have to become self-aware. You have to be willing to face your fears, step out of your comfort zone to make your dreams a reality. The brain can be our ally or our foe in this journey, And we must decide what we're going to seek. Are we going to seek to recreate the past, or do we seek those new experiences that will create very different emotions, very different neural pathways in the brain? And the more we do it, the more we build those neural pathways that support further growth and development, enabling us to embrace change and pursue our passions. Staying in unhappy jobs and relationships is common when we're attached to the past, but you have a choice. And it's a very powerful thing. It sounds like a small thing, but that making the choice is your power. In every moment, we have the power to move in the direction of what our brain is telling us and moving in the direction of our desired future state. So I hope this has been helpful for you in terms of showing you that you can decide. You have the ability to empower yourself every time you have to make a decision, but you have to know your brain. You have to be able to see what's going on in your brain, letting go of any notion that you are at the mercy of your feelings and this notion that you can't help yourself, because you actually can. Choose to empower yourself in the small things, and the big things will take care of themselves. I'm Dr. Ann Dranitsaris, and thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you'll hop over to Dranitsaris-Hilliard.com to check out what we're offering in terms of our powerful intensive that we're going to be holding in June, and also all of the other videos and services that we offer to help you break free from limited patterns that have you stuck. Bye for now.